like, I think since the betrayal, the great betrayal of Mr. Floyd Shivambu, this guy has lost his cool.
Our leader hasn't been the same since.
Yeah. Like he has lost his cool. Everything is just throwing tantrums. Even if you wanted to sort out maybe EFF matters, it should maybe be resolved, inside internally. Now that hey, we're hearing he's not here. Yo, bro, like why so much anger on your member? It's like you want him to go out or something.
And
like that.
somehow when he's being asked the question, where is Mbuyiseni Ndlozi? Why is he not here? He responded by saying they have his numbers. They can call him and ask why he's not there.
Oh.
And the party mustn't somehow be reduced to an individual. While there are so many people who are there, 90% of the people who are supposed to be there are there.
Yeah.
And the NPA was a success without Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Those are the words of Julius Malema. But then the big question still remains. Why wasn't he there? Because the media did speculate that he's been banned from attending the NPA.
Ooh, and then on top of that, he's not there.
On top of that, he's not there.
In the same sense, bro, if Godrich Gardee wasn't there, who would ask why is he not there?
And I think
You understand?
I think Julius Malema would have an answer to that.
Exactly.
Why God is not there?
Why is Gardee not there?
But I think we all know why Ndlozi is not there.
Yeah, we all know because he was actually banned, and then like he has. So now, we can say that he was banned, but then now, after the elections or whatever that happened, our homeboy, he comes up with a statement.
Or he congratulates those people who
Congratulations to the newly elected leadership. We wish them strength and wisdom. Remember the duty to always conduct ourselves honestly and honorable in dealing with the EFF and the broader public. May you lead us all with dignity. So that's Mbuyiseni Ndlozi.
But do you know what that shows? Class. Class.
Yeah.
That's class.
Exactly.
That's a classic reply.
Exactly.
That's a classic reply to all the tantrum that was thrown, all the noise that was made about him not being there. It seems like he's not taking all this personally. He understands that my leader might be hurt and my leader might be thinking in a certain way. But let me not think like him. Let me not put myself at the level where he is at, where we all rise, where we all shout at each other. Let me reply like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's what he did.
But right now, the question lingers in my head. You go to like, why after your name being dragged across the mud, being tarnished, what does Ndlozi have to gain by still being in the EFF?
I think for him,
he's no longer even a spokesperson.
I think for him, he's at a point where you see when you get hired in a company and you are so passionate about pushing the company forward, but you see the leaders pulling the company back, and you are just there to like, okay, I'll just show up for work, do what I'm supposed to do, and then leave. I feel like that's when Ndlozi is at now.
But Ndlozi, like, bro, like, I think he was also getting educated, going through the struggles and stuff, not to just go to work and go home. Like, I feel like he sees himself as a person who has a role or a duty in South Africa.
But now he's been subdued and sublittled. When somebody in the same party then looks at you like a small boy. You remember when he was called an ice boy.
But then now that's the difference now, because right now it's not like he doesn't have qualifications or not. It's not like the ANC wouldn't take him. It's not like MK wouldn't take him.
I think as much as they will take him, bro, he's at a point where he's like, cool, this guy is saying this in the media and he's not saying this to my face.
Yeah, what if he did though?
I don't think so.
No, but
I don't think so, bro.
No,
I
think because I think in the meetings when he's banned and stuff like that, he probably did. show his anger. Like right now,
Yeah.
it's only because right now you see now let's just say maybe we try to deal with this, and then maybe let's just say maybe even if I'm bullying you
Sure.
or in a corner to the side and it's
Sure.
not publicly known,
Sure,
right?
sure.
And then somebody brings up the question in public, and
Where's
then
Ndlozi?
yeah,
And then you're
I
getting
get
you know,
offended
but that ain't
because
no-
I know because in privately
Yeah.
I'm doing something very maybe that's not maybe right. Totally unnecessary.
Being honest,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a part where the leader of the EFF he's been falling short, and in so many ways, not only now where you become emotional towards certain things
Yeah.
that you react in an anger manner, in a
Like-
manner where you're angry. And you're not supposed to reply like that. You see what Ndlozi is doing. He's replying like a gentleman.
He's replying like a leader, and Joseph is replying like a leader,
Yes.
and Julius is responding like a spokesperson, actually. You know.
bro responding like a small boy.
Yeah. So now, like you can imagine if maybe Julius Malema was maybe the president, and then maybe because politics is a game, and then maybe the Western world was trying to maybe play poker face.
But
to
cool,
see
bro.
this nigga would lose his tantrums.
Let's look at it like this. The media says Ndlozi is not gonna be at the NPA. Ndlozi is not there. Do you really think it's because he just decided to not go?
No, he was banned. Like, of course, he made sure that who's this guy, man?
Ndlozi.
Malem made sure that Ndlozi doesn't come. I'm pretty sure he called him that morning and told him, "Hey, Moose, you know you're not coming. You know you're not invited." Yeah.
So I was saying, if things are happening the way they are in the EFF, and somehow, somewhere, Julius Malema can come publicly and say, we didn't want Ndlozi at the NPA because of this reason and this reason. And one of those reasons being the fact that Ndlozi is friends with Floyd.
Nah, but I think one of the main reasons was that they wanted an uncontested leadership to be there. Because right now, imagine if Julius Malema was being now challenged.
But then, as much as maybe, let's say you wanted an uncontested leadership, what does that say? Because it shows that the leader, Julius Malema, dictated everything.
Yes.
He's the one who
Everything
said,
is
I want
dictated.
this one here, I want this one here, I want this one here. Because why was Godrich Gardee there? Why isn't Godrich Gardee the one who was absent? Because, matter of fact, if we were to speak politically, involvement in the EFF,
Yeah.
and Ndlozi has been more involved in the EFF than Gardee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even in Parliament.
Even in Parliament,
you,
bro.
You understand. So like that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of statement that because now EFF members want to vote for Ndlozi. EFF members are looking at Ndlozi as the future leader. EFF members are saying, no, Mr. Malema, as much as we don't want him to take your place, we want him to be your next in line. But you don't want him there, so we rather have him where you are right now.
And somehow during the election, the NPA, a certain Esther, fighter Esther Mulepo.
Oh, yeah.
You saw her?
No, I think I've heard something
She
about
raised
that.
her hand and then she was like, I would like to contest for the position of deputy president. Bro, like people were shocked. I don't know where. They were
Wow.
like, yo.
And
Yeah, and somehow they say she didn't meet the threshold. Like, because you had to get like a 2/3 majority, meaning like 75% of the people who are there needs to elect you.
Yeah, so nice try. So wasn't she bad also from coming to whatever?
People are saying she's going to be suspended after the NPA thing.
Yeah.
So, which is,
So like,
which
so
might
like,
be
so now,
true.
so now, so like, so like we were looking at this party as a party that like ish. It's kind of like a bully party. It's like the thing is internally the leader is just marginalizing. It's like it's racism, right? It's like the leader is just racist on everyone working there. He's trying to marginalize everyone, squeeze everyone to succumb. Just slavery, so to succumb to his ideology, succumbs to his ways. If you don't agree with him, you are wrong. You are disqualified. You are punished for that.
Yeah,
So no,
which
so that's aggressive,
which
though.
is something, you know, the treatment Mbuyiseni has been getting.
It's not
It's
it's
not
inhumane,
it,
bro.
It's not it, and you know, although we were thinking by now Ndlozi will be in the EFF, and Ndlozi, I mean, he will be in the MK, and he's still not there.
Yeah.
And some people are even speculating maybe he's gonna go to the ANC. He's gonna go to the ANC because mind you, he was never part of the ANC. It's not like Wumalimba.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he was never in the ANC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the time he was in varsity, he joined EFF. He was recruited by his longtime friend Floyd Shivambu.
Yeah.
And then so he doesn't have that history
That
with the
history
ANC
with
of
the
being in the
ANC.
ANC.
Oh, okay.
So the ANC is a possibility to him.
Yeah.
But then when he looks at the whole thing now, I feel like he's at a point where he's like, I want to see how much balls does this guy have. Is he gonna fire me out of the EFF with everything that is happening? Because he is in the public saying a whole lot of things about me, and I come and be like, congratulations to the newly elected leadership. And then it just goes silent.
Silent. Yeah, and he's gonna remain a member. So like I think also it's also good for maybe Ndlozi and Floyd for Ndlozi to stay in the EFF to watch the destruction of the EFF from close by. You know, if Ndlozi goes out of the
But
EFF,
he's gonna be ill-treated, bro. Because
Yeah,
if now
but
you're
I mean-
already treated like the Judas within,
Yeah.
so you're gonna be sidelined.
there's
They're
a
gonna
price
make
to
you
pay for being a
feel.
spy, bro. And then if you're gonna, there's the reward is afterwards.
And you know the actual Judas Floyd.
Yeah, it's
He gave a speech yesterday at the MK first year anniversary gala dinner.
Yeah.
He was like, one of the reasons that made him leave the EFF was the fact that Jacob Zuma, the leader of the MK, who was part of the ANC for like over 60 years,
Yeah.
didn't think twice about leaving a party he's been part of for 60 years.
Oh.
So why was he supposed to double think
Yeah.
the fact that he's been in a party for 10 years?
Yes.
So he's saying that's one of the things that motivated him
Yeah.
to end up joining the MK, you know,
Like-
despite all the years he's been in the EFF.
Yeah. So now, like, so certain times, like, I just feel if he started this thing with Malem and then he just saw that the way I wanted to drive this ship is not the way that he wants to drive this ship. And then the people on this other side are the ones they are moving they're moving more with my ideologies.
And I feel like most of his views were suppressed
Yeah.
while he was in the EFF. It was more like the way you have to think and do things. It has to align with what I, the leader, think. What I, the leader, want the EFF to do, and somehow that is something that ends up leading to a lot of political parties to always remain a minority, like that 3% forever and ever. Your IFP, they've always been there.
They've always been there, but they don't grow.
They
Nothing
don't
happens
grow,
with them. Yeah.
nothing.
So, so now with Malema, bro, like I just feel like right now, it's just gonna die like cancer. It's just gonna be a slow death, eating itself. Like all these tantrums, bro. Like you are a leader. Maybe a leader should be calm under the storm. You should react with wisdom and whatever. So now maybe like, that's what I'm thinking. If he's gonna be the next president, and then maybe World War III is coming up next, how is he gonna respond? He's gonna be everywhere with emotions, like, so if he can't have his emotions and the chick can't control his emotions, how can he lead the country, bro? That's a question to him.
I think that's a big problem because it's one of the things that were cited by Jacob Zuma. I think it's one of the things that were cited by Jacob Zuma during the meeting where they wanted Zuma to join the EFF, and Zuma was like, I don't see the elderly voting for an EFF of Julius Malema because of all the things that he's been saying about the elderly and everything else.
And on top of that, when I said the way he's reacting to when there's the storm, with I'm talking about Julius Malema. Well, let's look at Jacob Zuma when there was a storm. He was
He was
laughing,
calm,
bro.
bro. He was calm, like
and laughing.
nothing is happening.
Yes, oh man, this is
And on top of
Gandha,
what you say, and
Gandha.
on top of what you're saying when it comes to reaction,
Yeah.
I once told you about Dalimpovu's son, the one who's a podcaster, Sizwe Walsh Mpofu.
Okay.
He has got a podcast, right, where he's been interviewing a whole lot of people who've been leaving other parties to join the MK party.
Yeah.
So that's the podcast where Floyd said, me and Malima, who were never really like brothers, the way he's explaining. We were just colleagues in the struggle. And those words, I'm sure, they really hurt our leader.
Yeah, they did.
And now he's saying the EFF members and the leadership are open to go to all the podcasts besides that one that the guy hosts.
And yeah.
But bro, like the guy just gave people a platform to express how they feel,
Yeah,
how
you
they
feel,
think.
bro. Like, and nobody is gonna push maybe someone like Floyd to say what he doesn't want to say. Like, what are you talking about?
And even the guy, you can't blame him. It's something that is happening now. It's hard.
It's
people
hard,
are leaving,
bro. And then he's gonna ask the tough questions. Yeah.
And people are gonna react and reply the way they feel, the way they think. It doesn't matter what the platform is.
Yeah.
But then he was like, "No, we're not gonna come to that."
No, so
he must
right now,
interview his father, Dalimpofu.
so it means right now he's gonna be scared to be accountable for his actions, even if he make mistakes, because right now he's assuming every move he's doing right now with this situation is perfect. But now when gonna come a time when he needs to be accountable, he's gonna bypass it like, oh no, we're working to fix what. But hey, dude, you were acting like you knew everything.
And the one thing, bro, as much as I'm an EFF supporter and all that, I don't like the fact that so many people in the EFF are now on that trail where I don't know whether they think it's bashing. I don't know whether they think it's bashing the MK party. But bro, you are a political party that was just in that just came out of an elective conference.
Sure.
But you can't be talking so much about the MK. I know you guys are bitter. You guys are hurt.
But like, bro. If we focus too much on the MK name, we don't watch kukahle kahle nelandweni kule kuchakeni kutadasti kumila shilo shakchaka, like the whole yard is getting dirty because we're looking at the neighbors and what's up there. Well, we need to focus on ourselves.
And what are you doing? You're just giving MK free PR.
Yeah, bro.
Because they don't have to say anything. You'll tell us where they were last night, what they were doing.
Oh, exactly.
And you're thinking, man, I'm shitting on them. You're not shitting on them.
Then when we turn the TV and we look at AFF, all we're hearing is just shouting and saying MK. So, you MK. Oh, okay, so let's look at MK. And then MK is just talking about, we want to do this, we're doing this, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, when we look at you telling us to look at the other one, we look at the other one, they're driving us somewhere.
And it's not like when we hear talking all these things about the EFF, it means like the MK is a clean house. It's not clean.
No, of course not. There is no clean politicians, bro.
It's not clean. It's just they react to the heat. It's not the same as how the EFF reacts.
Currently,
the MK replies in a more respectable way, as much as they say things that maybe you don't agree with, but in a formal way.
In a formal way, like you'll listen. So now when this guy is shouting, you might even say, hey man, actually, I don't even want to hear.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're not even thinking straight. You're doing this out of emotion, so you understand.
I mean, Jacob Zuma was like, because he was addressing people at the MK's first anniversary thing that was held in Moses Mabhida. He was saying his vision and goal is to see black people united, taking back what was once theirs, taking back the economy, taking back the land. And the only way that can be achieved is that these small black parties and these parties that are led by black people who believe in a progressive South Africa, in a South Africa that is going to feed the native people, they need to come together and work together.
Exactly.
And there was, I don't remember, there was some guy, I don't know whether he was carried away or what.
Yeah.
Or he just got too excited.
Yeah. And then what did he do?
He said something bad about the EFF. He said something good about the EFF. He said something, I forgot the actual words, but he said something bad about the EFF.
Okay.
But then everybody else, bro, even Floyd, when he said, the part of his speech where he said that I left the EFF because I was inspired by a man who has been in a party for 60 years, but he didn't think twice when he had to leave. I don't think it paints the EFF anyway bad.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
his own political